Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Truth or Square, talking Squidward this time.
The formula could be in that no. Well, hold on, a no. Maybe it's in a no. Or maybe I put it in I can't remember.
This is not getting me closer to my goal of you shutting up. Wait, I remember a certain jolly fellow that you and I had the pleasure of meeting one fateful night.
Oh, you don't mean David Hasty.
Santa Claus, you dolt.
Oh, Santa!
The character animation is so much better on SpongeBob than everybody else. Also, it really, I know I've probably said this before, but, Tom Kenny's voice really is such a gift. He brings so much to SpongeBob and elevates these licensed games and all of the spin-off SpongeBob stuff that he does the voice for. Just by virtue of having Tom Kenny still doing the voice, I feel like you get so much more personality than you would normally for something like this. You know, that there's like comparatively less money behind or effort behind, but Tom Kenny is still, in the trenches with that doing that voice better than anybody. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome back to Truth or Square. It is Monday, Sunday night when I'm recording this, but Monday when I'm uploading it. And I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had a good weekend. And, yeah, it's more SpongeBob, and today's level is the time that SpongeBob met Santa Claus, who is really Squidward. And like all the levels in this game, it seems, so far, the level really does not have anything to do with that at all, and is just kind of your standard generic SpongeBob smashing robots and jumping around collecting stuff and smashing stuff, gameplay shit, and pressing buttons. But it's all good. It's all good, clean fun for the whole family, or at least for me and my 30 viewers. But yeah, so yeah, we have a snow level, a little bit annoying because you get the sliding around on the ice effect at times, but it's no big deal. And yeah, these ones, this level has these like bomb bots that you can disable and then roll around to blow up these big ice blocks. So we're going to be doing a lot of that, and you're probably going to be seeing a lot of me ambling around, not exactly doing all the well, especially later during the boss, because spoilers, there's a boss fight at the end of this level. And you also may notice this is a bit of a shorter video than normal. I mean, not really, they've all been in the like 20 to 25 minute range for the most part, but it's just because of the cutoff for this and the next level. This level ended up, even with me ambling around and being bad, ended up not taking me very much time at all, so yeah, it's a SpongeBob game, so it's pretty easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. But that's why I enjoy playing them, because it's easy to sit down for an hour and record the gameplay for, and easy to talk over with other bullshit. And here's me not hitting any of them and dying. I don't remember, unless I'm forgetting one from earlier, but I think that is my first death of the game. But luckily I have like 35 more lives, so I think I'm okay.
That's not very nice.
Anyway, like I said, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I was at the beach with my family for about 3 or 4 days over the weekend, which was nice. Took some time off of work to do that. It's the first time I've taken, like, a normal day off of work in several years, because I've had other time off. I mean, before I had my job, I was unemployed for close to a year, but that was not, like, good or particularly relaxing or a choice of mine. But, yeah. So I don't really count that. I wasn't really going on vacation for any of that time because I had no money. And then, since I've had my current job, the only time I've really taken off has been for, emergency family matters and not for, like, leisure, or to, go to the dentist. So, this has been the first, like, taking time off for recreation that I've done in several years. And it's also the first time that I've been able to accompany my family on their yearly summer vacation where we all go somewhere together. First time I've been able to do that in some time. So that was nice. I like seeing them. I'm lucky to have siblings that I get along with and enjoy hanging out with. And the gang was all there. And we had a crab feast. I had some aunts and uncles come over and we ate a bunch of crabs and other food, but the main thing was crabs. My family is, pretty much eats crabs on all the, like, summer vacations. Kind of a tradition, I suppose. Maryland thing. Went to a cool, like, vintage, toy store. Took the kids to that, and that was pretty cool. Took them mini golfing, and that was fun, although emotions go high often at mini golf, and one of the kids had to tap out at some point, but they made it we made it like 14 holes without any problems, so that's pretty impressive with 3 young children. And we sat on the beach, and I got sunburned, because I'm white. And because I wasn't diligent with my sunscreening on one of the days that we were at the beach. I'm honestly, like, I can kind of take or leave the beach. I like taking time off, and I like going to places that have beaches, because they're usually nice weather. And I like going to beach towns, but I'm really, like, the actual beach itself, I feel like I only ever want to be at the beach for, like, a couple hours at a time at most. And yeah, I'm not the type that is like, I'm gonna do a 9 to 5 at the beach every day for a week, which is what we would do when my family would go down to the beach for a week when I was a kid. And I would just not really fuck with it because, I don't know, it's just sitting and being hot for a lot of the time. And I mean, when you're a kid, you can, like, play in the sand, and I mean, I guess it's still fun to go in the water sometimes, but I don't always like doing that. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's, just not as... I'd rather do stuff on vacation. I would rather, like... I don't know. When I go out on my own vacations, it's, like, going out to eat and, like, doing activities, and... My favorite part of, I liked going to the beach as a kid, but it was because of all of the other stuff we did around the beach. I liked going to the pool, I liked going to the arcade and to all the shops in town. I liked going out to eat at all the places that were there that weren't anywhere else. And just being, with the fam and the extended fam. I'd usually see my cousins while I was there. So... the beach is kind of whatever for me, but it's still nice, and it was nice to relax and whatnot, so that was nice. And now I'm back. Now I'm chilling, haven't been doing a whole lot, just kind of sitting around, reading, been watching stuff, watching TV with Liv, of course. Yeah, so here we have these gum wads. So these are like the little slime ball things from Mario Galaxy that you launch yourselves with. You don't have to pull it back with the Wiimote in this, you just kind of like jerk the Wiimote forward. By the way, I have to say, playing this game on the Wii is kind of a pain in the ass, because all of the attacks involve, like, jerking the Wiimote or nunchuck in some way, or at least two of them do, and because of how, like, monotonous the combat, if you even want to call it that, in this game, to me it's just hitting enemies, it's not even combat, because it's like you have two moves, and they, you know, there's not really any advantage to using one move over the other, except for, like, ostensibly, it's better to use the spatula slam move on the spinning guys, and vice versa, the spinning move on the slamming guys. I seem to get hit about as much either way, and they both, you know, hit them the same. You have to hit them the same number of times, so it's like not really any sort of strategy to that. Not that I'm looking for that in SpongeBob, I'm just saying. That's why I don't even think I would call it combat. I don't even think of it in those terms in games like this. But, you know, because of that, you're just kind of spamming the same move 3 or 4 times for every single enemy, and when each time you want to do the move, I have to, like, flick my wrist. It just kind of makes the enemy sections of the game, which I don't think there's any in this level, but I think in the next level there's one of those where, like, there's a substantial number of enemies that you have to kill before you can get past. And it just kind of makes it obnoxious because you're just constantly flailing my hands around. It was making my dog bark at me when I was recording this because he was in the room with me and I was sitting on the chair and I'm just flailing my arms up and down, and he kept thinking I was like trying to play with him, and so he was doing the like ready to pounce stance. And get ready, I fucked this up about 400 times. That edit wasn't cutting out any attempts, it was just me pausing the game for a second, and I didn't want to have the pause screen for like 30 seconds. But yeah, the timing of this is pretty fucking ass. But I get it eventually. But yeah, yeah, dog, and you can't go back that way, you have to go around the other way. But yeah, it's a little obnoxious. It's kind of like, I have the same problem with Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii, which I really like and is a good game, and I want to play through it again, because it's been a very long time since I played through it, and I don't think I beat it when I was a kid, and I think I could if I played it now. But everything you do in that game involves, like, chucking the, you know, like, shaking the Wii Remote and nunchuck a bunch of times, and it's a pain in the ass. I remember it not being very fun. So I'm kind of thinking, and I mean, I want to get this game anyway. I want to get Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Switch and play that, because I realize I've never done a Switch game on this channel, and that's one of the things, one of the last game, like, regular Let's Play format playthroughs that I'd like to do is of at least one Switch game, and it would probably be either Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury or Tropical Freeze, which is funny that those are both originally Wii U games, and I want to play the Switch port of them, but that's what it is. I don't really want to do a Let's Play of Mario Odyssey because I'm not going to get all the moons, and it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's more conducive to streams than regular LP. But I think those would be good Switch games. I have to buy Tropical Freeze, though. I actually don't own it, but I think that would be a fun one. I do want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. It looks really good, and Mario Kart World looks cool. I don't have a Switch 2 yet. I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably in like 3 years, when I can buy it used on eBay for like $50 cheaper.
Happy. You're in trouble now. I'm so happy.
Anyway, here is the boss of this level, which Sorry that you have to watch me hop around for like 2 minutes before I figure out the fact that this boss only progresses if you get physically near it. I thought I was meant to do something with these projectiles. That either, like, he would shoot a certain number of them and then go into another phase where he attacks and then reveals his little bullseye. Or, that I have to, like, reflect the balls. Because that's a thing at some point, I think, right? But no, you don't have to do that. You just have to get near him and make him hammer at you. And then eventually he shows his thing and you can fuck him up. So, I didn't cut it out because this video is already short enough as it is, so enjoy watching me flail around and be an idiot for a couple more minutes before I figure out how to beat this extremely easy boss. This is why, can you imagine me playing like Dark Souls or games that are for adults where you have to think about stuff like this? That'd be crazy. I'd be here all day. That reminds me, I think it might be funny for like I haven't done like a one-off Let's Play video in a while, and I want to do some of those. And I think I gotta find out which version would be the best for it, like the PC version or I think there's one for the DS or something. Whichever one I can get without paying for. I want to play one of the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader video games, and maybe a Deal or No Deal video game also, but I like those game show video games. And Liv and I have actually been watching Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader on Tubi recently. This is what we do instead of watching like new popular TV shows that normal people are watching. Just because, you know, it's a show that I remembered watching when I was a kid when it was on. I think it even premiered when I was in 5th grade, funnily enough. I mean, it's from like 2007, 2008, and that sounds about right. I think I was in 4th or 5th grade then. I would have been 10 in 2007, so yeah. That show's wild. We just watched an episode today where a guy got to the $1 million question and gave up, which I guess it's good to get 500K, but he absolutely could have gotten the $1 million question right. And, like, it wasn't a hard question. None of them are really hard questions. I don't know what the hell people's problem is. There are a couple that have tripped me up. But, I don't know. I think I'm still smarter than a cheese grater. Also, Jeff Foxworthy is not fucking funny on that show. Like, I know it's mostly, like, a writing team that's writing all of his bits, but they're all dog shit. First of all, the show, there's so many jokes about the kids that are, like, weird. He has this thing where he'll say, like, if they choose to use one of their cheats where they're gonna, like, copy the answer of the kid, Jeff Foxworthy always says something along the lines of, like, you're relying on someone who their main form of income is the tooth fairy, and it's always stuff like that. But there's parts where he says stuff like that, and he'll say like, one of them was like, someone whose fingers probably smell like Play-Doh, and it's like the kids are like 12, they're not like baby. It just seemed it kind of seemed mean, if I'm being honest, because like they're right there, they can hear you. So yeah, that kind of was weird to me. And then also in general, the tone of the show and conceit of the show is just kind of condescending by nature. I mean, because the title of the show is Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So it's kind of like, I feel like the premise of the show comes from a recognition of the common experience of adults in America of not remembering basic information you learned in elementary school, which like doesn't reflect on us or our education system well. But that's like the premise of the show. So all of it is like all of Jeff's interactions with all of the contestants is just like dripping in disdain for them and like anytime they do well, it's like, congratulations, you're a baby, and it I mean, it makes sense. It works and makes sense for the premise of the show, but it's just so funny how, like, it just kind of can throw you off how unexpectedly mean-spirited the show can be, I guess. But it's still fun. I definitely enjoy watching. People who have known me and watched my videos for a while know that I love watching TV trash, like SpongeBob's SquarePants. Just kidding. This is a masterpiece television show, as we all know. Anyway, next time, more Truth or Square. See you guys then.